Is ya? You ain't know? Listen, if you hear the doors or voices in the background, if you can't have the willpower, disregard it. All right, I like to get a little more comfortable here. All right. Okay. Look. Now here's the little thing. If there's gonna be a link up, you know, the this is like the third time I'm making this video. It cut off. So, if there's gonna be like a protest or like walk where where uh that well they're gonna be walking naked or whatever, shameless, just let me know. Just let me know. So here's a little thing I would like to talk a little bit more about the doing your meditations and stuff and unlocking, like, well, basically awakening more of your genetic code and everything like that. They say certain ones have more than two strands of DNA and stuff like that. And then basically the ones that science that said, oh, the 90% junk DNA, which that's a whole lie. Okay, so that is just those are they were you would like to wake up those so there's energies that are here, there's energy that's coming, well, energy that's already here that you can basically breathe in. You feel me? And you gotta be still, and you gotta awaken. You feel me? You get your you feel me? Your kundalini going and everything and like that, and so the crystalline and stuff like that, and you feel me? You feel me? So y'all would like to wake up to becoming immortal and stuff like that. Okay, so the thing is, when you breathe in, now what I like to do is I like to breathe in, and then that when you gotta use the restroom, and then like someone's holding it, you're holding it to use the restroom. You tighten your floorboard, your pelvic area. You feel me? And and y'all check out Kegel. Okay, this works. You feel me? And like I definitely I would definitely recommend it for you know for females to work a lot on Kegel, especially like you'll thank yourself for it. Just work more on Kegel. Yeah, Kegel. Yeah, Kegel. Work on it. Yeah, exercise. Yeah, every day, every day. As soon as you get up, just yeah. There's an app that'll tell you times you can do it or whatever. Okay, just yeah. Do more of that. Yeah, 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 yeah. You'll thank yourself. You'll it's just you'll yeah, just yeah. So here's the little thing. Okay, here's the thing with those that work on. I'm gonna tell you more about like when you breathe in. Okay, awakening your kundalini, awakening you feel me, your root chakra and everything, and get your wheel spinning, that chakra spinning and everything. Okay, what you would like to do is okay, somebody that's a fourth dimensional being. Okay, certain ones that have egos, like certain species or whatever. Okay, basically certain like aliens are basically ones that came over here to Mother Earth. Okay, they didn't like so basically they came over here, and they basically look and try to control some stuff. Okay, and doing some stuff they had no business doing or stuff like that. Okay, they thought they were gonna you feel me exercise their freedom or whatever, and got caught up with karma. Okay, that means they got caught up with judgment. Okay, so the thing is, okay, certain ones have a certain type of ego. Okay, they don't want their ego to be put to shame. All right, so they that's why they like to try to keep individuals dumbed down. Okay, because the higher you feel me an individual raise their vibration, they have more power over them. Okay, they have dominion over them. They'll run. They can't. You feel me? Especially when the ear get the ringing and stuff like that. All right. So the thing is, okay, when your ears ring or whatever, you have a you feel me you feel me. It's either a high ringing or low ringing. Okay, you'll know whether it's a spiritual upgrade or a physical upgrade, or whether somebody's trying to throw some type of magic at you. You feel me? Which is you feel me like when a magnet like north and south, you try to put them together and stuff like that. What is that? And they what's that? Okay, or when they do that and you okay, what is that? Was that magic, or is it like science or physics? Okay, so the thing is, when you're in a higher density, well, basically, if you're a higher, the higher your degree of awareness or whatever, the higher your degree, you basically can basically it's like quantum leaping, and you basically can do some things that other ones like, wow, how they do that. Okay, it's a certain type of alchemization. Okay, so the thing is, we're in an energy to where individuals are able to access their higher, basically their higher consciousness. Okay, and it's easy to access. You think is y'all got to do the work individually. This, you feel me, your body ain't no plaything. Your body, you take care of your body. Your body, you feel me, your body that you have is meant to be like, it's meant to be young and basically immortal. You gotta work on that. You feel me? You gotta work. That's what you feel me. That's why you keep up with. You feel me? You gotta like being like doing your physical stuff like that, and basically take care of your body. Okay. The thing is, you feel me? Don't deny your spiritual. Don't deny your spiritual. Okay. So the thing is, training wheels have come off. Okay. So as the all them, as certain ones, certain things are collapsing. Okay, the old timelines collapse. Okay, the you feel me? The higher timelines. Okay, basically there's going to be more freedom. Okay, so those, even though certain ones like to work out, you feel me, exercise and all that. Okay, the thing is, when certain ones access their certain, you feel me, like they say the DNA strands or whatever. I like to say, I say genetic code. Okay, so certain ones, some say certain ones have like more than two DNA strands or whatever, whatever. Okay, and some scientists saying about the 90% junk. No, it's not. It's not. No, no. So those are basically those are basically activating. You can activate them. Okay, this thing about going within yourself to activate them. Okay, it's something, you feel me. So you feel me. That's why it's your power is gonna come from within you. Okay, okay. Some gonna be like, how'd you do that? It don't matter if somebody was like working out, pushing a whole bunch of iron and trying to show like and doing all that boxing. When your supernatural abilities come on, like, you know some individuals may get vulgar kinesis. Okay, that's electricity. Okay, they can be very dangerous. Okay, they can literally take the electricity out of somebody's body, just like that. Okay, you got people that may be getting hydrokinesis. Okay, they can make water. They can make water slice through metal. Okay, so don't you feel me? So you got, individuals that be levitating, okay, you feel me? And you got those that have teleportation, you feel me? Okay, and then you got some that'll be, have telekinesis, okay, be able to lift objects without, having to touch it with their actual hands, without having to touch it with, their physical hands, basically, in a sense. All right. So you feel me? So you got those that, pyrokinesis and everything. So those will be activating, okay? So, and you got your clairs will be activating, okay? Okay, some going to laugh, okay? All right. And then when you do certain things, they're going to be like, how you do it? Then they're going to be like, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to work on these abilities. That's why I'm saying going into the 5D, you feel me? Heaven, getting into heaven and stuff like that. 5D, you tapping into more of your freedom. The higher you raise your degree of consciousness, the more freedom you have, okay? Okay, the more that you are not limited, the more, you feel me, the less limited you become. Okay, some don't want you to tap into that, okay? Some want you to keep depending on material stuff, okay? Because they don't want to do the work because you probably was right about something. They don't want to show that you was right, so now they hold resentment, and now they deteriorating because like they still don't want to admit that you was right. Okay, so you feel me? They're gonna just fall away. It's like fruits on a tree, and some just gonna fall, and they just overripe. They like just no good. They just So just let them fall away. You ain't gotta prove nothing to them. You awaken your abilities. You let your actions speak. You let your work speak. What you have. You feel me? You let it speak. Okay, let that be your proof. Okay, So that's evidence itself. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. Like some, you feel me? Some certain ones are gonna be babbling. They're gonna be babbling. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So awaken to your abilities. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, So there's two paths that y'all can go on. Okay, you can be going on the ones where they're limited. Okay, they're you feel me, and their limitations are going to be exposed. Okay, this is the time where you feel me when ones try to, you know, the thing is you can't they the just okay, what's coming is coming. Okay, so the thing is, okay, basically, here's another thing. Those that are basically, if you're doing like a whole thing where y'all going to be there's a protest or there's going to be nude walking, and everything. Just let me know when it's popping off and everything, and the shameless nude. Um, protest or something like that, whatever, just let me know, like, when it's popping off, okay? So here's the thing, okay? All right, so that's about it for right now, okay? So that's why I would like y'all to tap into, and tap into your breath. Basically, tap into that. These fingers mean something, okay? These are energies. You got to know, like, y'all are already like very very powerful. Y'all got to tap into, y'all got to claim your abilities. Okay, there's one thing to talk about something, then there's one thing about actually putting in the work and letting the work talk for itself. You feel me? You don't even have to say nothing, you just show the work. Oh, that's ooh. So the ones that do the inner work, that inner work is going to be showing. Those that are harboring and holding in things and resentment and all that, regret and all that type of stuff, that is going to be showing. Okay, I don't do anything. You feel me? I don't regret anything. I don't do things to regret them. That's why you feel me. Yeah. So don't do anything. Don't even. I would, yeah, I wouldn't even be throwing around that word like that, for real, for real. Okay, I wouldn't even speak like that. Okay, like in a way, like saying you going, like I wouldn't. Okay, I wouldn't. Okay. Anyway, anywho, okay, I love y'all and find something safe to do. And yes, you can talk to yourself. Okay, you can talk to yourself. Okay, it actually builds new neurotransmitters and stuff like that. It's definitely a sign of genius. Okay, so you got to fall in love with yourself all over again. Okay, be around, be able to love your own company. Okay, that's what I'm saying. When you're to yourself and everything, these are times to meditate and unlock your other chakras. Okay, your breathing. Okay, I got something on my FB page if you would like to check it out. Okay, I got like 2 pages. I ain't gonna lie. One, you just gotta be added as a friend to watch certain things and stuff like that. So anywho, so so tap into these, okay? And and these are times to where you can get your freedom. The thing is, you gotta go within to get it, okay? It's about claiming your autonomy, okay? Getting more of your autonomy, okay? The higher degree of your consciousness, the higher more of you unlock, the more freedom you have, okay? And the more the more of your immortality you get into, okay? So certain ones don't want you to get into it. The thing is, this is you feel me. This is for individuals, okay? Certain ones are waiting for something, okay, and they act like they don't want to go within. They just want to have all this knowledge and no knowing, okay? They don't want to get the wisdom. You feel me? Okay, they're gonna get it. You're gonna get certain type of knowledge that they just going, yeah, that yeah. So I ain't gonna mess with it. Okay. All right, so I love y'all. Always find something safe to do. Stay accountable.